Blessed be God who has saved us and has delivered us from the pains of sin, of hell and death. Lord, I appreciate you for this beautiful morning. My name is Akinkunmi Thomas. I am a privileged pastor of one of the parishes of the Redeemed Christian Church of God called Living Bread, NEWCASTLE in the UK. And today we'll be looking at the Open Heavens Devotional of the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. And the topic for consideration this morning is home trading. Our Bible passage is taken from Joshua chapter 24, from verse 14 to 15. Now therefore, fear the Lord, serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the river and in Egypt. Serve the Lord. And if it seems evil to you to serve the Lord, choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the river, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Our memory verse is taken from Proverbs chapter 25, verse 15. Foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child. The rod of correction will drive it far from him. Our reflections. We thank the Lord for the message on home training brought to us by our Father in the Lord, Pastor Adeboye, from the Open Heavens Daily Guide today. This is a fundamental training that everyone needs to understand. And as the Lord has given us seed, we need to work on this. From the devotional today, there are three types of children. The first being those who were not trained at all. These are the ones that the parents were too loving to give the right training to their children. They were shielded from every form of formative training because they thought they were either too young or they would know what they are doing and would be wiser when they grew older. Unfortunately, such people never learn because as far as they were concerned, they were always right, even with all their wrong choices. The next type of children are the ones that were trained but resisted the training. They were the obstinate ones who would despise the training of their parents. They would think that their parents are no longer in vogue and so were not competent to give them the right instructions in life. The third type are those who were trained and they were humble and submissive to receive the training provided by their parents. For the first and the second category of children, they are often referred to as children without home training. They are sources of embarrassment to their families. They bring nothing but disgrace and shame to their families. Unfortunately, they can also bring untimely death to their parents. The case of Eli and his children must teach us a hard lesson on this point. Children who are well trained and who accepted the training and also went ahead to train themselves will ultimately bring honor and glory to their families. Their parents and families will treat them with pride and joy. Are you training your children? As a child, are you accepting the training in good faith and with gratitude? The result will show in the future. I remember there was a time in my life. At some point, I went to Lagos Island in Nigeria. Some of us who are familiar with Lagos, we have all these street urchins called the area boys. And I grew up with a good number of them. I grew up in their midst. I came from a family that would not tolerate indiscipline. And one day, as I went to Lagos Island, I was trying to park my car. Suddenly, I was surrounded with about 6 men. And they were calling my name. They said, you son of Thomas, your parents trained you. But look at us, we are on the street because we are not properly trained. And that suggests to me that if any child is properly raised, will grow up to be a man that will affect the society positively. And of course, will be a blessing to himself and his own immediate family. Let's train our children. Our action point today is this: Lord, give me a listening ear and a heart that accepts correction in Jesus' name. And as you decide to just obey your parents and even learn some virtues in life that will help you to grow up to become a proper man, the Lord will bless you. You will be the better for it. and your life will never remain the same. Enjoy the rest of the day. God bless you. I'll see you again. Bye for now.